Good afternoon from the beautiful Gold Coast once again. I want to have a talk the Savo about dealing with internal struggle of voices, anxiety, struggle within the soul of pain through experiences where we've been in our life and what we've had to endure through bad relationships, through bad upbringings. Basically, struggle and how that affects who you are today and who I am today. We've all had this struggle and this feeling of being overwhelmed by what we've had to experience in our lives, and it's different for everybody. Like, my struggle compared to your struggle and what you have to manage within from that struggle, of course, is different to what comes to me that I have to manage within from probably the similar struggles. Let's say relationship breakdowns, struggles with being a parent, work struggles, achieving struggles, friendship struggles. And what comes to us is really different. Like, I might have different lessons in those struggles that haunt me differently to what they haunt you from the experiences. But is there a way to deal with our internal struggles in life that every single human being must experience? Everyone. No one gets out alive, unscathed from life. And I know it's hard, but please try your utmost best not to compare yourself to others, to think that their life is better than yours. Every single human being is busy inside. It doesn't matter if you think somebody who appears to look the most beautifulest person, they too have exactly the same struggles as you in their own context. Anyone who is extremely talented, they too have their own struggles in their own context. Wealthy people, they too have their own struggles. Homeless people, they too have their own struggles. People that work 9 to 5, they too have their own struggles. Children have their own struggles. Every single human that walks this earth has their own struggles internally. at some point and some stage during their lives. So to try and compare that other human beings are better than you is an absolute illusion. It is not true. And it might be easy saying that out loud and hearing that, but absorbing what I'm saying as believing it is another story. Work really hard on not comparing yourself to other people in struggles in life. The best way to use other people in struggles in your life, if you're going to use people in one way or another, either you want to compare yourself or think that other people is doing better and we measure ourselves comparing to other people, which makes us feel worse. The only useful way to incorporate people into your struggles is talking to people about your struggles. And when you start relating to other people about your struggles, what's happening for you inside, and of course you have to get over your fear of showing people who you truly are, which we all do in our lives. None of us want to expose to others that we are not doing well or we are struggling. Most of us want to put on this not true face or appearance to people that everything's okay when it's not. But connecting with people and reaching out for people and talking to people about your struggles and what is happening for you inside, as crazy as it might be or as fearful as it might be, it's really important that you talk about your hardships internally. Because if you don't talk about your hardships and your thoughts and how you feel, how are you going to heal? And the other major benefit of finding that courage to do that and reach out to connect with people during struggle is how people will relate to your struggles when you start opening up about what you're struggling with in your life. It's amazing how many people will be able to relate to you when you make that effort to start talking about your fears, your uncertainties, your doubt, whatever it is. As I said, our problems come to us, I believe, differently from similar incidences that we all go through, as I expressed. But we all can relate to the struggle in that. But when you make the effort to talk about what's happening for you with other people. I think that's where we connect, and that's where we can feel good, and that's where we can feel reassured, and that's when we can feel supported. But if we don't do that, there's a possibility that we may isolate ourselves and keep ourselves separate with this word independence. It's great to be independent, but not too much, where your feelings and your thoughts and your internal dialogue is concerned. Put that at the forefront of getting that out of your system and releasing it. I think it's like a valve when you make the effort to talk about your unhappiness or your struggles or how you feel about yourself, or bad relationships. Just keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Because through my experience, there's a lot of other things that can come into that can knock you off the pendulism a little bit. Things like taking drugs, too much eating, gambling, too much alcohol, these stimulants, and there's more, pills, medication. I'm not saying medication is not beneficial. It is. I've been on it. I know it is. But as long, even if you are doing that stuff, please keep talking whilst you're doing it. Don't just take medication and don't talk. Don't take drugs and don't talk about your feelings. Don't drink all the time and with not talking about your feelings or your thoughts. You can do it all, but I passionately ask you to keep talking about your thoughts and your feelings and your struggles all the time. It's just helped me so much. The benefits that I have received from continuously making the effort to talk about hardship that I'm experienced in life has been unbelievably valued. Phenomenal value in my life. It hasn't, like, no magic wand has appeared and I haven't been cured by any means. I've still got struggle and I'm still talking about that struggle. And that's what I want to talk about, or what I have talked about, is that struggle and how important it is for all of us to keep up the communication all the time, all the time, all the time. That much where you get tired of talking. And even when you don't want to talk, make the effort to talk. Sure, we all need our quiet times. But even seeking professional help, if you don't want to go and talk one day, or if you're tired of talking and because you've got no result from it, you are getting a result not knowing that. It's there. You don't see the results. There's no instant gratification in talking all the time. But as your life evolves and as the next day comes and the next moment comes, the next week comes, things do start shifting in time. But it's not instant gratification. But it will happen if you keep making the effort. So please never ever give up talking about your struggles and making that effort. And remember, it's the fear that we have to get over to know what courage is when we make the effort to show what is going on inside of our skin and our mind and our heart and our gut. I know it's hard, but the more you do it, practice makes perfect, yeah? It does get somewhat easier. Seek help all the time. You take care now, and God bless us all, eh? Look after yourselves out there.